Now that the NXT Halloween Havoc Premium Live event is in our rearview mirror, we're speeding towards NXT Deadline on December 10th. But coming out of the NXT Halloween Havoc Premium Live event, that's so goddamn wordy. What was wrong with pay-per-view? Pay-per-view, while a little bit wordy, doesn't sound nearly as silly, nearly as cartoonish, nearly as bullshit as Premium Live event. But nevertheless, it's called a Premium Live event. It's all premium, it's live, and it's certainly an event that's happening. But coming out of Halloween Havoc, the Premium Live event, everybody was wondering, what would WWE NXT do as a follow-up? And the answer to that was, whatever we got on this show. Let's just talk about it, shall we? I'm John Retton with my review of WWE NXT. Yes, the follow-up to the NXT Halloween Havoc Premium Live event. Already in the ring, the Women's Tag Team Championship participants of NXT. Not the main roster, because we have to have two sets of Women's Tag Team Championships, despite the fact that while there are some great talents, there aren't a lot of great duos, but we just have to have NXT Women's Tag Team Championships and main roster Women's Tag Team Championships. What happened to just taking the original Women's Tag Team Championships that were won by the Jumpin' Bomb Angels and defended against the Glamour Girls, and that's a whole another story for another day. But what happened to just taking those championships and putting them across all three brands? Oh yeah, they totally torched what NXT was, and now they have to have their own thing. They have to have their own little set of championships. Where some duos are certainly trying to do things, but, God, whatever. Okay, so it's the Caden and Katana crew. KKK, that's not good. They're taking on Nikita Lyons and Grandma Zoe Stark. Grandma Zoe Stark. Oh, boy. I remember she must have just been over the moon that she would be able to compete for a women's championship, because she was there when the Fabulous Moolah actually created the original women's championship. Oh, wait, no. Mildred Burke actually defended that and was always better than Fabulous Moolah was in the ring. But nevertheless, Zoe Stark, God, she was there. She was one of the original pioneer fans of women's wrestling. I'm trying to say she's old. She's the oldest 28-year-old I have fucking ever seen. Nevertheless, it is an NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match. It was fine. It was fine. We did have a split off at one point because we have to do goofiness. Nikita is not that good, but has a good look. Zoe's fine in the ring. Katana, I'm sorry, I just can't take. She's a good athlete. She did one cool move a little bit later on. Caden is probably the shiniest of, the four here. She's the one that has the most breakout potential as a single star, so I fully expect them to go with Nikita Lyons as the one to beat Mandy Rose. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Booker is not good at commentary. He's just not. I don't understand a goddamn thing that he says. So, we get a double slam, we go to break, we get a blind tag that the ref doesn't see, and then we get the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll up, 1, 2, 3, oh my god, new champs, until they see the replays and then they restart the match and then they do some stuff. We get a Spanish fly off the goddamn top. It looked great. It was a 2 count. That's stupid. And then we get a 450 for 3. 15 minutes of cable television for a match that I would, whatever. I mean, they worked hard. I have no reason to care about any of the tag divisions, quite frankly, in WWE. Women's, men's, animal, vegetable, mineral. I will give them credit for working hard, but whatever. Elia's focused. He's so focused. Oh no, that's a long-running gag on the channel. And he wants to rid NXT of JD McTuna. That's his new name. Instead of the shaved Ewok, JD McTuna just sounds better. Dijakovic is coming back. He's going to burn his mask and feast your eyes. Wesley is here to celebrate the fact that he won a Halloween Havoc. You deserve it. He thanks the fans. He says he didn't know if he'd have a chance to be able to succeed on his own, but he did. He says it's validation. He's happy. He's thrilled. Good promo. And then Grayson Waller comes out. And I guess he got out of the casket just fine. Here's Truth. So Truth is just popping up wherever. Welcome to Halloween Havoc, because he's an idiot in storyline and doesn't remember when things are. Oh, you got a British accent, Grayson. Actually, I'm Australian, British accent. This was not good. This was just as bad as the stuff he did with Miz. And there's nothing against Truth. Truth is a hilarious guy. He's going to be 51 years old soon. Guy looks great. Guy can still do the stuff. We're going to get Truth versus Waller next week. Okay. Whatever. Maybe some more people will tune in. It's not like getting more people to tune out. Idris Enofe and Malik Blade are fired up. And I believe Enofe fires up Blade with some, Eminem thing. Lose yourself in the music, the moment. Okay. That was fine. I like this team. They're good athletes. Quincy Elliott introduces Shotzi. And then we go to Apollo being over the moon. He's done with Grayson. He's going to focus on Steiner. Shotzi versus Lash Legend. This is what I wrote down verbatim. Oh, dear God in heaven, this was rough. Lash has a great look and isn't the worst in the ring. This was just a clash in general. I don't get Quincy's gimmick. I don't have anything against it. I don't get it. This was a mess. God, this was a mess. Shotzi wins with the DDT. Again, Lash has a good look, but whatever. Brutus was supposed to get Damon Kemp for 5 minutes, but Damon Kemp says, I'm not medically cleared. The Creeds are better with short promos. They're fired up, I won't deny that, but they need to be kept shorter. And then suddenly Sangha and Veer attack. Sangha's debating whether to actually attack. And then Veer encourages him to. Ivy Niles yelling at him, what the hell was that? Okay. Sangha and Veer back together. I guess it gives them something to do, but after trying to give them their own identity for a number of months, and Veer came for 6 goddamn months, he came all over Raw, came all over the Mysterios, we're just doing this? Okay. Toxic Attraction did some social media FaceTime thing, something or other. JC Jane, my goodness, is what I noted. 1 year celebration next week of Mandy Rose's title run. Idris Enofe and Malik Blade against Pretty Deadly Glory. NXT tag titles. Okay, I like Blade and Enofe. This is what I know. I will watch until goofy shit starts happening. I hate Pretty Deadly Glory. I don't care how good they are in the ring. This whole yes boy, oh fuck off. That's what I basically say. It was well worked. Blade dived to a big pop. Got some close near falls. We got an awkward one. Pretty Deadly won. This wasn't bad. Enofe and Blade again can work, and if they would just put Pretty Deadly Glory in gear where they didn't look stupid, maybe I could take them seriously. They look ridiculous. Anyway, it was fine for what it was. It was for the NXT men's tag titles, by the way, because we need more sets of tag team championships there. But I just wonder what the hell's going on with what's going on with tag team wrestling. The Pretty Deadly Glory are the best that you have. Good on Enofe and Blade, though. They had a good showing. JD McTuna does a pre-tape. Zoe is pissed. She's probably going to go heel soon. Or she's going to break a hip and be unable to get up. Joe Wayne Gacy, Fowler, and Jägermeister are in the ring along with the person that is clearly not The Rock's daughter. She's in the mask, in the red hooded jacket and all that stuff and everything. And why were they dressed and masked up like the cast of Bodies? I don't understand it. That was a great movie, by the way. Gacy is not a bad worker and cut a decent promo. The Grizzled Hung veterans were soon to be rectimized, and they were fine as a team. This whole schism thing is stupid. And the crowd knew that it was The Rock's daughter, by the way, Ava Raine, a.k.a. Simone Johnson. She takes that off and she cut... Look, this is where things might get a little bit mean towards creative, not towards her, but okay. The idea is, I guess she's had a couple knee surgeries and she's been signed with them for a while and she's been trying to do stuff, but setbacks. Okay, I get that. And that's unfortunate. And I'm glad she's been on a couple live events. I'm glad she's getting a chance to do something. But people are like, well, Rock was in a group and look what happened to him. Rock also, had the pedigree. He got booed quite a bit in the Garden, and the whole Rocky Maivia and smiling babyface and all that stuff didn't work. But he had months where he was in the ring. People could see him as a natural. They saw him start to mature, especially once I think it was right after the May In Your House event. And then he came back as part of the Nation of Domination because he turned heel and he did all that stuff and everything. And the Die Rocky Die, they were doing that. They were doing all those chants. I get it. And then he grew in the Nation and was clearly earmarked to be the next big star. Him and Austin. The whole point is it was a different dynamic. Nobody has seen Simone Johnson, Ava Raine, except for like one little clip on from a live event. And I understand it, knee injuries and that kind of stuff and everything, but yeah, we put Rock in a group, we'll put her in a group. Here's the problem. You're putting her in a group that is a goddamn dumpster fire. Regardless of the talent in it, you might as well just give her pink slip now. I'm writing this shit off right here. Bless her. I hope she can do some great stuff. But this is bad. This is really, really bad. This group is a bad idea to begin with, even though Joe Wayne Gacy can cut a decent promo. This is not good. This is going to blow up in their face. It's four roots, one tree with Dutch elm disease. Look that one up, folks. Congratulations. I hope Ava Raine can succeed, but I'm writing this one off right now. Sol Ruca is mentioned something about surfing in the beach, and Indy says, I'm going to beat you tonight. A fake PC call voicemail. Someone either stole Kane's voice box or decided to impersonate Linda Blair from The Exorcist. They're going to burn NXT to the ground or rip it apart piece by piece. Scripts, but SCRYPTS. I think this gave me PTSD. What is happening to NXT? It's not even like, oh, we're introducing these new talents. They don't follow up on any of this stuff. This show is as pointless from week to week as Rampage. The benefit is at least Rampage is only an hour. Any of the good in NXT just gets dragged down. Dragged down by Shawn Michaels' goddamn bullshit book. Speaking of which, Indy and Sol Ruca had a match that didn't last long. Indy won. Elektra Lopez is back. So we take Elektra Lopez from Legoland Phantasm, and we put a midget with them. And look, I'm not saying Zelina can't talk, but Zelina doesn't fit at all. They have to get her a high chair just so she can be on camera like she was on SmackDown. Elektra fit them just fine. Did she need more seasoning in the ring? Like goddamn unseasoned chicken. She needs a whole lot of seasoning. She shouldn't be in the ring. Don't tell me that Elektra with Legoland wasn't a better look. I mean, hell, we had Elektra versus B-Fab. It was only one of the worst goddamn matches that I've seen in a while. But you can't tell me that Elektra wouldn't have learned more being around guys that she had been working with for... I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't don't think they do either. Chase University, speaking of things that I don't know what they're doing. Dookie Nukie Hudson steals a pen and is taking notes on November, wrestling history in November. And Bodie Gunn apparently is either missing or presumed dead, or maybe, I don't know, the House on Sorority Row cast got him. Maybe they could get Chase University and put it in the pool like they did that old lady. If you've seen the movie, you get it. Roxanne does a pre-tape. Roxanne is very likable, has a great physical charisma, has a great ability to draw you in to watch her. She's young, but she's talented. She's getting better. Do not have her do this scripted stuff. Blade and Nofe are upset. Ozzy Jones shows up. I guess he's back from his injury and has a bevy of women. And Nofe and Blade get in there, and I can only assume a giant orgy happened. By the way, Ilya Dragunov had been in the ring for about 10 minutes before he faced JD McTuna. He had taped ribs, he got him attacked for a while. They teased a stoppage during the break and kept going back and forth. Ilya fired up, but eventually got caught in a rear naked choke variation and got choked out and clearly chewed a blood capsule and then passed out. And that's all I have to say about that. That's it for NXT. Yeah. These weekly NXT shows are not fun. Some parts are fun. The rest of it just feels like they just threw shit together. I'd say 95% of it feels like they just threw shit together. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.